Hello students, I Pallav Darbari welcome you all in my YouTube channel Pallav Darbari Classes. In this video, we will discuss the second chapter of Microeconomics class 11th. The topic that we will discuss is the law of demand, factors affecting law of demand, exceptions to law of demand, and change in demand and shift in demand. Let us start the chapter with the law of demand. Listen, we know that demand of the commodity is affected by various determinants. We have seen all the factors at the time of discussing the factors affecting demand. We know that because of change in income, the demand changes. We know that because of change in the price of related good, the demand changes. We know that because of the population, change in fashion, the demand changes. But the law of demand only shows the relationship between price and demand. So what the law of demand says? The law of demand says that there is an inverse relationship between price and demand. That is, when the price of the commodity increases, the demand decreases and vice versa. Let us see. The demand for a commodity is a function of various factors. We have seen the factors affecting the demand: price, income, population, and so on. Price is the most important of all the factors that affect demand. Law of demand focuses on this basic relationship between price of the goods and quantity demanded of the good. According to the law of demand, a consumer's demand share an inverse relationship with the price of a good and vice versa. Inverse relationship means when the price increases, demand decreases and vice versa. But ceteris paribus, keeping other things constant. When I say keeping other factors constant, it means there should not be change in the income, there should not be change in the price of the related goods, there should not be change in the preference, there should not be change in the population and so on. And there is no change in the future change in price. In other words, if the income, price of the related goods and the consumer's taste and preference remains unchanged, then the demand of a commodity moves opposite to the movement in the price of these goods. The law is based upon the assumptions that the other factors remains the same. Let us see the relationship. Here we can say the inverse relationship. How we can say inverse relationship? Because these two variables show the inverse relationship. First variable is price and the second variable is demand. And the correlationship between these two is inverse correlation. Price is increasing and contrary to this, demand is decreasing. The graphical representation is this one. The graph shows that the demand curve is sloping down from left to right. When the price is 20, the demand is 25. When the price decreased to 15, the demand increased to 50. When the price further decreased to 10, the demand increased to 75. So we can see that one is decreasing and the other variable is increasing. So demand is showing the inverse relationship, sloping downward graph. Let us see factors affecting law of demand. Let us see the reason behind the law of demand. The first reason is law of diminishing marginal utility. The law of diminishing marginal utility states that if we are consuming the commodity continuously, the utilities start falling down. The additional satisfaction which we derive from the consumption of the commodity is starting fading up. And the consumer will only purchase the additional unit when the price is less. So here we can say the law is applicable. How? Because when the price decreases, the demand increases up. And we know that if we are consuming the commodity, its utility is falling down. And the utility should always be equal to price in case of consumer equilibrium. What it means? It means that the consumer will only meet the demand when the utility is equal to price. Since the utility is falling down, so in order to make the demand, the price should also decrease. So here we can say price is decreasing and the demand is increasing. So the law of diminishing marginal utility states, the law of demand states inverse relationship between price and demand. Next is several uses of a good. In case of the goods having multiple uses, take the example of a milk. Suppose the price of a milk increase. Let us see what will happen. More and more consumer will decrease the demand. They will restrict their usage because the purchase of the milk is out of their reach. So what they can do is they will only limit their usage. It means overall we can say, as a whole we can say that the demand is falling down. Price is increasing, people has restricted their usage, so the demand is falling down. And let us see, when the price of the goods having multiple use decrease, people will increase their usage. People will start using milk in curd form, in raw form, in cheese, in tea, and so on. So the usage will increase. And when the usage will increase, what will we see on the macro basis? That the demand is increasing as a whole. Market demand will increase. So here we can say inverse relationship. When the price is falling down, the demand is increasing, and when the price is increasing, the demand is falling down. Why? Because when the price increase, people will restrict their usage, because of which what happens? The demand is falling down and vice versa. Let us see the number of consumers. The number of the consumers also affect the demand. Suppose the price of the commodity increase, it will has two impact. Number one, the brand loyal consumer will not change the brand, but they will decrease the consumption. And the consumer who is not brand loyal, they will switch off the demand. The overall effect is decrease in demand. Price is increasing, brand loyal will increase the demand, and the consumer who is not loyal at all, they will stop consuming. So the effect is decrease in demand. And when the price is decreasing, brand loyal will increase the demand, and more new consumer will add and start demanding the product. So effect is increase in demand. So here we can say the law is applicable. Next is substitution effect. Listen, substitution effect means what? Suppose the price of the main goods increase. There is no change in the price of the substitute goods. The price of the substitute good is the same. There is only change in the price of the main good. So what will happen when the price of the main good increase? More and more people who is consuming the main good will start shifting toward the substitute goods. The effect is fall in demand. And when the price decrease, what will happen? More and more people who is using the substitute goods, they will come in the main goods and start increasing the consumption and start demanding the product. So effect is increase in demand. So here we can say law is applicable. Price is decreasing, demand is increasing, and vice versa. Next is income effect. Here the income doesn't mean that the salary of the people or the profit of the business is increasing up. Here the income means change in saving. Try to understand it with the example sugar. Suppose the price of the sugar decrease, and suppose a consumer is consuming 5 kg of sugar and the price of the sugar is say 20 rupees. So the total money which he is spending is 100 rupees. Suppose the price of the sugar falls down and it decreased to say 15. The total money which the consumer will spend right now is 15 multiplied by 5. So there will be a saving in the case of the consumer. Whatever the money the consumer has saved right now, the consumer will spend the money to increase the consumption. So here we can see that with the decrease in price of the commodity, the saving of the people increase and the consumer will use the saved money to increase the consumption. Earlier the consumer was spending 100 rupees. Right now, because of decrease in the price, the consumer will spend 75 rupees. He will save 25 rupees. This saving will increase the income of the consumer, and the consumer will use this increased income to purchase more unit of the commodity. So here we can say that the law is applicable. Price is decreasing, and demand is increasing. Why? Because of the change in price or decrease in the price, the income, it means the purchasing power of the consumer has increased. Discuss all these points in detail. First is law of diminishing marginal utility. According to this law, marginal utility derives from the additional unit of the goods consumed tend to decline at the same time. Consequently, for each additional unit of the goods, the consumer is willing to pay a lesser price, thus the consumer will increase his demand only when the price falls. So we have seen it over here. The next is several uses of the goods. We have already discussed. A commodity can be used for different purposes. We have taken the example of milk. Here the example is wheat. Suppose the price of the wheat increase, the people will restrict their usage and the overall effect is fall in demand and vice versa. The next is number of consumers. With a fall in the price, the number of consumers demanding the goods will increase and vice versa. Here also we can see that because of change in the price, the demand is affecting. Next is substitution effect. It implies that rise in the price of a goods make its substitute goods relatively cheaper. So here also we can see when the price of the main good is increasing, the demand for substitute will increase. So the law is applicable, price is increasing, demand is falling down. Why? Because the demand for the substitute goods has increased and vice versa. Income effect. It implies that a rise in the price of a good leads to a fall in the purchasing power, and decrease in the price of the goods means increasing the purchasing power because of saving. This is because lesser of the goods can be purchased with the same amount. So up till now we have discussed the law of demand. Now let us see the exceptions to law of demand. Demand for all goods and services do not necessarily follow the law of demand. That is, there are some goods whose demand increase with a rise in the price and falls with a fall in their income. In such cases, the demand curves would slope upward from left to right. In certain conditions, we have seen that the law of demand is not applicable. When the law of demand is not applicable, what will happen? It means that the demand curve will slope upward from left to right in upward direction, not in downward direction. We can see over here price is increasing, demand is also increasing. Earlier the price is OP and the demand is OQ1, and when the price increased to OP2, the demand also increases to OQ2. So what is the thing which we are observing? Both are increasing at the same time. So the correlation is positive. Following are the factors that causes exception to the law behind the law of demand. The first is article of distinction. Listen, in the case of article of distinction, in the case of antique items, the law of demand is not applicable. Why the law of demand is not applicable? Because the price of the antique is very high and the people is purchasing the antique product because of its high price, and they are paying the high price and they are purchasing the antique product so that they will show it to other people and can impress the other people. So the demand will increase when the price is increasing because it becomes rare. So the law is not applicable over here. Next is giffen goods. The law is not applicable in the case of highly inferior goods, because in the case of highly inferior goods, when the price of the inferior goods increase, the demand increases, and when the price of the inferior goods decrease, the price also decreases. Next is future expectation. The law will not applicable when there is an expectation that in the future the price will increase or decrease. Say, in the future there is expectation that in the future the price will increase further. Right now the price is increasing, but in the future the price becomes completely out of reach. So what will happen? The demand will increase right now. No doubt the price is increasing, but in the future the price becomes impossible to pay. So the law is not applicable. Price is increasing, at the same time the demand also increases. Why? Because in the future it becomes out of reach. Next is emergency situations. Listen, the law is also not applicable in the case of emergency situation. Say riots, say earthquake, say famine. Why? Because during that time period, the availability of the goods is less. So people want to purchase and keep it in the stock because they don't know whether they will get the things in the future or not. So law is not applicable. Price is increasing and the demand is also increasing. The next is demonstration effect. When I say demonstration effect, it means that the law is also not applicable. In the case of the demonstration effect, it means just to show off. Following are the factors that causes exception to the law. The first is article of distinction. Some of the articles such as diamond, jewelry, etc. are accorded high prestige and status value by the society, and these are very costly. Such articles enjoy a high demand because of their high price, and people are purchasing why? To show it to the people, to impress to the people. So law is not applicable. If the price increase, the demand will definitely increase. Why? Because I am purchasing it to impress the other people. Next is given goods. Given goods are those that share a negative relationship with consumers' income and a positive relationship with the price. These goods are highly inferior. With a fall in the price of the given, the demand will also fall. As I told you, the law is always not applicable in the case of highly inferior goods because the demand is guided by income. Next is future expectations. A consumer's expectation regarding the future price also influence the demand. We have seen, in fact, an expectation of rise in the price in the future will result in use in the quantity demanded at present and vice versa, because we know that people are having a fear that in the future it becomes out of reach. They can't afford it. Emergency situation. We have seen the law is also not applicable in the case of emergency situation. Why? Because people are having a fear that in the future they will get or not. So they are purchasing it, putting in the stock so that in the future they can, meet out the requirement. Next is demonstration effect. Sometimes a group of consumers, in an attempt to follow the consumption behavior of the higher income group, purchase the product. I mean, that most of the people are having the habit of copycat. They follow the trend, they follow the purchasing pattern of the high income group. So the law is not applicable in the case of this demonstration effect. Let us discuss the next topic, that is change in quantity demanded. It is also called movement along the demand curve. Very important topic. Most of the time the topic can be asked. Let us see the topic. Firstly, we should know the meaning. Change in quantity demanded is associated with the change in price of the goods, assuming other determinants remain unchanged. So change in quantity demanded is associated with the change in price of the goods. Graphically, it is known as movement along the demand curve. It can be represented as dx is equal to f px py yt. The bar over here, which we can see bar above py, bar above y, bar above t, it represents that price of the related goods, price of the income, taste and preference is constant. So we presume that when the demand increase or decrease because of change in price, it is called change in quantity demanded. Other related factors, determinants, are constant. The movement along the demand curve is of two types: expansion of demand and contraction of demand. Listen, expansion of demand means what? When the price decrease and the demand increases, it is called expansion of demand. And when the price increase and the demand decrease, it is called contraction of demand. Let us see how we can represent it graphically. This graph shows expansion of demand. We can say downward sloping. Price is decreasing and the demand is increasing. So it is downward sloping. And this curve that is moving upward is called, that is from right to left, it is upward sloping, that is contraction of demand. It means price increase, demand decreases. Through the schedule, try to understand it. We can see that the price is, in here we can see that because of change in price, the demand increase or decrease. Here definitely the prices are increasing and the demand is decreasing. It means when the price affects the demand and the other determinants are equal, it is called change in demand. As we have seen that the types of change in demand, it is of two types, that is expansion of demand. Let us understand the expansion of demand first. Firstly, meaning, When the quantity demanded of a commodity rises with a fall in price, it is called expansion of demand. I repeat, when the quantity demanded of a commodity increases because of decrease in price, it is called expansion of demand. Remember, other determinants are constant. Reason we have seen, we have discussed, decrease in price. When the price decrease and demand increase, it is called expansion. It can be represented by this equation. Here we can say there is change in price and we know that the price is decreasing. The movement is downward movement of the demand curve. Try to see what is downward movement of the demand curve. Here it is called downward movement of the demand curve. And we can see that price is decreasing. Earlier the price is OP1 and the quantity demanded is OQ1. When the price decreased to OP2, the demand increased to OQ2. So we can see that the price is decreasing and the demand is increasing. And this arrow, we can see it is downward in the direction. So it indicates downward sloping. Let us see the schedule. We can see that the price is decreasing and the demand is increasing. Contraction of demand. When the quantity demanded of a commodity falls with a rise in price, it is called contraction of demand. It means when the price increase and the demand decrease, it is called contraction of demand. Reason we have discussed, increase in price, represented by this equation. Here price of the related income and taste are constant, only there is a increase in the price of the commodity. Movement, that is upward movement of the demand curve. We can say it is upward movement. The price is increasing and what is the thing which you observe, that the demand is decreasing, 80 to 60. Price increase 12 to 60. Try to understand it through the schedule. Here we can say that price is increasing and demand, we can see the demand, it is decreasing. Now we will discuss change in demand. Earlier we have discussed change in quantity demanded. Right now we will discuss change in demand. It is also called shift in demand curve. Firstly, see the meaning. If the demand changes due to change in the factors other than price, it is called change in demand. It means when the price is constant, but because of change in taste, because of change in price of the related goods, because of change in income of the consumer, when the demand increases, it is called change in demand. Graphically, it is called shift in demand curve. It can be represented by this equation. Here we can say that the price is constant and there is change in price of the related income, taste and preferences and so on. Type, it is of two types, increase in demand and decrease in demand. Graphically, let us see it can be represented. Original demand curve is DD. When the demand increases, price is constant. Here we can say D1 shows increase in demand and D2 shows decrease in demand. Price is constant, so it is rightward shift and it is leftward shift. When the demand increase, it is rightward shift, and when the demand decrease, it is leftward shift. Tabular presentation, we can see that the price is constant, but there is a change in demand because of factors other than price. As we have discussed that change in demand is of two types, increase in demand or decrease in demand. Firstly, we will discuss the increase in demand, meaning when the demand for a good increase with a change in the factors other than price, it is called increase in demand. Graphically, rightward shift of the demand curve, represented as P. There is a change in price of the related good, change in income, change in taste, but the price of the commodity is constant. Let us see the reasons. The first reason is increase in income of the consumer. Second is increase in price of the substitute goods. increase in price of the substitute goods is the reason. Change in taste and preference, expectation of rise in price in the future, increase in the total number of consumers. These are the factors behind the increase in demand. Graphically, it can be represented as this one. We can see that because of price is constant, but because of change in factors other than price, the demand is increasing. Rightward shift. Tabular presentation, we can see price is constant, demand is increasing. Now let us discuss decrease in demand, meaning when the demand for a good decrease with a change in factors other than the price of the goods, it is called decrease in demand. Demand decrease without a change in price, but because of change in factors other than price, that is taste, income, preference, when the demand decrease, it is called decrease in demand. Graphical, the leftward shift. It can be represented by the same equation. The demand is decreasing because of change in factors other than price. Price is constant. Let us see the reasons. Decrease in the income of the consumer, decrease in the price of the substitute goods, change in the taste and preference against the goods, expectation that in the future the price will fall, decrease in the number of the consumers. These are the factors behind the decrease in demand. Now let us see the graphical presentation. We can see the original demand is DD and it decreased to D1 D1. Why? Because change in factors other than price. Price is constant. Tabular presentation, price is constant and the demand is decreasing. Why? Change in factors other than price. That's all I have in this video. Thanks for watching. God bless you.